I did. It's going.
All right, it's going.
Yeah.
All right, pause it. You let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna stop and let. We'll do 3, 2, 1, and I'll tell you 3, 2, 1. Okay.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Being bullied or even seeing somebody be bullied is extremely upsetting in the corporate world, and almost near impossible to stand up for those who are being bullied because of the fears of the consequences that will incur by just doing the right thing. It seems hard to bear or beat, but there are many ways that we can all stop the bullying from happening in the corporate world. According to the Workplace Bullying Institute, uh, WBI, management bullying is common. It's repeated daily, harms employees' health, and the mistreatment of one or more persons that's targeted by the perpetrator is done by several methods, including threatening, humiliating, intimidating, work interfering, sabotage to morale. Corporate bullying is mistreatment severe enough to compromise a person's integrity or target work quality and their health. The bully's personal agenda actually prevents work from getting done. A bully can be anybody in the corporate world, whether it's male or female to male. Take, for example, if a person has a boss that has decided to target them and they are the opposite sex, it makes no difference whether the boss is physically smaller or bigger or in between. Their position allows them the ability to be the bully. Bullying, although feels like harassment, has harassing characteristics, but not quite harassment, sexual to being referred to. And is not considered a terminable harassment that will be noticed by human resources or by peers who can stand up for the individual that is targeted. Bullying can be defined as systematic, annoying, and continued actions that include threats and demands, creating hostile situations by uninvited or unwelcome verbal or physical contact. At work, bullying is not going to be connotative sexual misconduct, but instead does infringe on the federal civil rights laws that are designed to protect workers from discriminatory or disparate mistreatment. Doctors on WebMD say that the time bullying ends in a workplace, in most cases, it will have deteriorated a person's physical or mental health, and that just means that it's gone for far too long. The people who are targeted try to tough it out, and it just doesn't stop the bullying. In fact, it allows the overwhelming stress to just basically eat them alive. This stress is non-stop until the bullying stops or gets separated from the job and source that is stressing them out. These bullies are befriend other bullies, and they sponsor each other. Their activities make sure that this is an effort to give the target certain situations where the individuals are not targets themselves. Harvard neuroscience research states that there are physiological and structural changes in the brain when stress is relentless. These changes cause behavioral, emotional, cognitive, and perceptual changes, which can mean that a person will feel stuck in this position and anguish and may implode feelings that stress them out outside of work as well. Bullying in the corporate world must be eliminated, and there's some news that can help us do that. To stop this, the target must begin by recording all the bullying activity that is happening to them. Record dates, times, and the activities that of which happen. Those that are targeted must decide to fight back early on, and this allows the bully to see that they are not one to target or to be messed with. I like the statement that I learned from my military father, which stated, when somebody decides to step up and make your lifestyle miserable, become the hot stove that nobody wants to continue to touch. And if you're targeted by the bully, I say become that hot stove. And the way the bully stops wanting to touch you is that it's got to hurt the bully. And if they move on to another target, I would even tell you to become the hot stove as a viewer of anything that they decide they want to do to foul with others. Okay? Make your presence the force that make their behaviors change, because bullying must stop. Now, in conclusion, because you do not invite this misery, you have the right to fight back from any bullying that happens to you. The target has a right to tell them not to tolerate their sarcasm, their foolishness, their jokes, their behaviors. In fact, to establish to the bully they should change their ways and look on the inner side of themselves as a bully to find out why they're bullying is a thing that they must do, therefore help themselves change. And then the corporate bullying will stop.